guys, this is Apple Gamer 24/7. I'm here to give you guys an overview video of iOS 5. It's finally here. iOS 5 is now available for download, so if anybody that's still running iOS 4, just plug in your iPhone or iPod Touch or iPad into iTunes and hit the check for update button, and it should prompt you to download iOS 5. I know on the first day the servers were down, so a lot of the things were crashing and not updating, and some people even broke their phones, so you have to take it to an Apple store to get replaced. But all that's all said and done now because it's been out for a few days, and I actually recommend you guys doing it now than doing it on the first day. So that's something, a little tidbit about upgrading the iOS in the future. So on iOS 5, you get over 200 new features, as Apple says. I'm gonna walk you through some of the my favorite ones in this video, and then a little bit later I'll do some dedicated iCloud videos because this is a dedicated video to iOS 5, and then I'll do dedicated iCloud videos probably within the next couple days. So check out those when those are up. I'll probably put an annotation to them down below. So anyway, let's get started. So the first thing I do want to talk about is notifications. And notifications has been dramatically rewritten for iOS 5. They no longer interrupt you like they used to do on iOS. Now they sort of come in the background and then fade out. So what I mean is, if I'm on my iPhone, if I'm playing a game of Fruit Ninja, the Fruit Ninja will still play. I'm still getting the notification, but it comes up in the corner here, and it sort of flips and sees my notification. If I want to go to it, I can tap on it, and once I tap on it, it brings me to the app. I can app switch to Fruit Ninja and still be playing my game. Now, if you don't want to, it just flips in, shows you the notification for a few minutes, and then flips back out, so you don't get interrupted like you used to. Now, Apple's also taken a few cues from Google and Android in this build also. They have a new thing called Notification Center, so let me show you what that looks like. So basically, to activate Notification Center, what you do is you take your finger and you slide it down from the top, you go to the bottom, and you get this little interface that Apple calls Notification Center. And basically what it is, it gives you some widgets that you can have. By default on the iPhone, it gives you the weather widget and stocks. On the iPad and iPod Touch, I believe it just gives you your notifications, none of the weather or stocks. But it shows you all the notifications, calendar updates, missed calls, missed messages, basic stuff like that. As you can see here, I have my calendar for the week here, and if I want to look at something on my calendar or a reminder, it just shows up here. And then if I dismiss a notification while I'm playing the game, they all show up here, and I can click on one, and it brings me right to the app, and I can respond to the message. Now also, if you lock your iOS device, your notifications will come up on the home screen, so you can slide them to go to specific apps like the phone or messages. So that's something to keep in mind as well. One thing that Apple's also incorporated into iOS 5 is sort of like their BlackBerry Messenger or BBM, whatever it's called now. Sort of competitor to that. It's called iMessage. Now, iMessage is basically it's an instant messaging service between iPhones, iPads, and iPod Touches. So basically how you activate this is that you go into your messages, and basically if you have another iPhone or iPad or iPod Touch that's running iOS 5, if you send a regular text message, the iPhone will know that that person is running iOS 5 on their device, and it will send the message in sort of like a blue style bubble to let you know that's an iMessage, and traditional text messages will come up in green. Now, what's cool about this is that if you start a conversation on your iPhone, you can pick up the conversation directly on your iPad a little bit later, in case you're on the couch watching TV, or if you're out reading the newspaper and you don't have your phone on, you just have your iPad, you can directly send messages from your iPad instead of having to carry your phone all the time. Now, for iPhones, this runs off your phone number, so all you have to do is give them your phone number or your email address, which is connected to your Apple ID, so make sure it's the email that's connected to your Apple ID. And for iPads and iPod Touches, it's directly work with your Apple ID that's set to that iPad. And you can add multiple emails to receive iMessages on them, so that's pretty cool as well. So the other thing I do want to talk about in this video is something called Reminders, and this is sort of like a pretty cool nifty app that I use a lot. It sort of just does what it says, reminds you of things. So I put it in my utilities folder, and basically what this is, it's basically a checklist of things you've done. The first page you get your reminders that you have completed. You can tap on this. You can type on this and you can say a reminder. I'm just gonna type one on the side real quick so this goes a little faster. And like that, I set a reminder for testing, and I hit done if I want. And then once I've done my reminder, I can click on it, and it gives me other things. It says remind me. You can put on the day, on the location, so you can actually see a geotag on this, and as you're leaving or as you're arriving someplace, it will remind you of this certain task. And also shows more, so you can get the priority and any notes you have attached to that. And if you can delete, you press the delete button. And the way you check reminders off is you tap the side here where it says the check mark, and it has your reminder all set and done. Now if you go over here, these are all the reminders I have done. Basically school things that I need to remember or test days I keep in here, and this is really handy because if I leave school and my iPhone will remind me to study for that specific exam on that date, so that's pretty cool. So the other thing that Apple has touted is their subscription service, and what that is basically you pay for magazines and newspapers. Now this feature is more geared towards the iPad. I'll probably show a video of the iPad version, but since I'm doing this on an iPhone, it might not look the same. And that is called Newsstand. What Newsstand is, it's basically a way for you to receive your newspapers, any subscriptions you have with Apple through iTunes in one app instead of having to launch each app and download each newspaper. So this is what it looks like. It lives on your home screen, and you tap it, and you get all these shelves right here will be full of the magazines you have. For example, I know the Daily works with this, so if you update your Daily app, it would directly sync in here, and you will keep updated. And you have access to the App Store's newsstand page, so you can download more newsstand compatible apps like New York Times, for example, as you can see up top, and all these other ones. All you have to do is click the store, and you can find new newsstands to read, so new magazines. Now another thing that I really like, this is probably my favorite feature of the OS in general, is Twitter integration. Apple has integrated Twitter within their OS, so all you have to do is go into settings. Let me show you this here. Go into settings, scroll down to Twitter, and log in with any Twitter accounts you have. You can have up to as many as you want, and it even prompts you to download the official Twitter app. And what that does is that once you're done, if you take a picture using your iOS device, I'm just going to launch any of my pictures. This is a picture of a new TV I got for the family that my parents bought. So if I wanted to tweet this photo out, I would usually in iOS 4 have to open a Twitter app, tweet the photo that way, but directly from iOS 5 I can delete it right from the Photos app, so that's pretty cool. So I'll give you a demonstration. You can hit the action button, go down and tweet, and you can give it a blurb, and then you can send it off, and it has its own little tweet message that you can change within sounds to let you know that the tweet has been fulfilled. And this also works over Wi-Fi and also 3G. So sorry guys about me tapping over there. I have my notes written down. So that's pretty cool. And it also works with web pages as well. So let me cancel out of this and switch to Safari. Let me just type in, let me see. I'm going to click on Steve Jobs because that's one of the things I have here. And I want to pick on the Steve Jobs Wikipedia page. This is Steve Jobs right here. And if I want to tweet this out to my followers, all I have to do is hit the action button. Let me just get rid of this. Hit the action button, hit tweet, give it a blurb, and it would send the link out to my Twitter followers. So that's pretty cool. And this also works with YouTube as well. So you can send YouTube videos or anything else to your followers as well. Apple's also. And Safari has reading list and reader built in, so that makes it easy to sync web pages between iPad, iPhone, and Mac or PC. And the reader makes reading blog posts a lot easier. You can go PC free with iCloud. So all you have to do is once you get a new iOS device, you just turn it on. It walks you through the few prompts, and then basically you are set up. So there's no need for an actual computer. But I recommend keeping your backup still local if you want to, because you never know what might happen with the iCloud servers in the future. And one of my new favorite features I'm going to end with is called Wi-Fi Sync. Now basically it does what it says. It syncs content from your iTunes library on your phone via the internet. So what you do is you go to settings, general, I'll plug this into any power adapter, go to iTunes Wi-Fi Sync, and it's going to tell you where it's going to be synced to. And all you have to do is hit the sync now button, and it should start syncing. So anyway guys, that was my video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys later.